Prescott keeps. Pylon, touchdown.
Cousins back to pass. He's going for all of it. Down the right sideline, Jackson there is a 20. He's gone all the way. Jackpot Jackson. Touchdown Redskins.
Somebody come help me. Okay. They give the ball to Elliott, and he bangs it left guard and through. Touchdown Cowboys.
First off, Washington need to get their money back from Josh Norman. Now let's go. You're supposed to be a lockdown corner. You can't even play man-to-man.
Come on in. Good day. Welcome into First Take on a Friday. Hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and are still in holiday chill mode because we are about to fire you up. I'm Molly Karam here holding things down in Bristol. Max Kellerman is in Vegas. He's got a fight tomorrow. And Stephen A. is in Philly. Luckily, he still has family around him. Gentlemen, how are we doing today?
I mean, you know, terrible that the Cowboys won, but Lomachenko and Walters tomorrow night will make up for it for me.
Yeah. Let's just go. Let's just get the show.
Oh, Stephen A., you talked a lot. Let's get into it. I know your turkey didn't taste quite as good yesterday as Dallas improves to 10-1. My friend, how about them Cowboys?
You know, oh, damn. You know, look. That's all right, man. You know, he can really play. I mean.
Yeah. This is the only thing that made it bearable for me. This moment right here made my suffering a little better. Thinking about this.
Look, I'm thinking about Dak Prescott, and listen, the numbers weren't that great in terms of 17, 24, 195 yards, a touchdown. But watching him evade the rush, watching him audible at the line of scrimmage, watching him pick up blitzes, watching him scamper for one play after another using his wheels, you know, being big, being formidable. I got to give credit where credit is due. You know, listen, I got love for Dak and Ezekiel Elliott. I just can't stand the uniform that they're wearing because I hate their fans. But I got to admit that Dak's a bad boy, man. It's something that is just special about this brother. Having said all of that, let me say this. These Dallas Cowboys did give up 505 yards. I mean, the Redskins are only the fourth team in the NFL since 1940 to have 500-plus yards, not commit a single turnover, and still find a way to lose the game. Now, I can't even begin to tell you how disgusted I am at the Redskins this morning. Wasted 449 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, not a single interception by Kirk Cousins. Wasted shoulder injury where Jordan Reed is in a sling in the first half, still comes out in the second half, balls, catches that beautiful one-handed grab, okay, and that ultimately led to a touchdown. Wasted Deshaun Jackson's 67-yard touchdown catch, 118 receiving yards, etc., etc. This kid Kelly, the same dude who was chirping, who was talking about how the Cowboys are the cowgirls, 37 yards rushing. See what I'm talking about? When you're a rookie, wet behind the ears, breath smelling like Similac, sitting up there running your mouth before you proving a damn thing, and then you go on national TV on a Thanksgiving holiday, and you turn around, and what do? You rush for 37 yards? Oh, shut up. Go someplace. This is unbelievable to me that the Redskins somehow, some way, found a way. These skins found a way to lose this game, and they were behind the 8 ball in terms of, you know, being 2 touchdowns down, being on an uphill climb. Gruden with his Mr. Boyd Genius himself, the onside kick. What was it? 9:22 left, 24-19, and you give the Dallas Cowboys a short field, and you know, what are you thinking about? You know, the 55-yard field goal attempt by Mr. Dustin Hopkins. This boy's been missing field goals, okay?
46.
What the hell would you try that for? I'm looking at Gruden. I'm looking at another little boy genius in Sean McVay, who wants to sit up there and prove himself. Clearly, he's an aspiring head coach before his time is due, trying to act like he's innovative, but ultimately, he's a little bit too cute. As my man Jerry Brewer wrote in the Washington Post, my former colleague at the Philadelphia Inquirer, love him. He's a great writer. All the best to him. I'm just sitting there, Jerry Brewer. Look. All of this stuff, too cute, offense, the coaching is sloppy. But at the end of the day, the Dallas Cowboys won the game. I can't take it away from them today. But I did see things with the Cowboys defense that makes me say, hey, I ain't dead yet. They can still be an accident waiting to happen. But not Dak and Zeke. I know that.
The Cowboys, here's the bad news. Not only are they 10-1, they're really, really good. And look, part of the thing about the Cowboys fans going crazy about this team early on is every fan base, when your team's on a winning streak, starts to overrate the team and beat their chest and start to think about all the things that might go right and paint the rosiest possible picture for the future. But every once in a while, that scenario is what plays out. And that's the story with the Dallas Cowboys right now. The only thing the civilized world can hope for, because in polite society, you don't root for the Dallas Cowboys. Come on. The only thing the civilized world can hope for is that the inability of that front four, really front seven, but front four, to get pressure on the quarterback will be their undoing as we go forward. But Dak Prescott from preseason game 1, you can see it. I said yesterday, he reminds me of Tom Brady. Tom Brady, when he started out, it was game manager, takes what the defense gives him, doesn't try to force anything, and there's something about him. Same with Dak Prescott. Even the way when the defense comes off the field, the kind of love he gives them. You can see if you played defense, you'd want to play defense on a Dak Prescott team. He has that kind of charisma in addition to everything else, which is very important at the position. Ezekiel Elliott, he's been amazing. I mean, his speed, his straightaway breakaway speed is ridiculous. The offensive line is amazing. And maybe Kelly, maybe that was part of their plan, a decoy, because Dallas is very good against the run, and they were good against the run again yesterday, but they couldn't get pressure on Kirk Cousins so he could throw and throw and throw. Was it a mistake, the onside kick? Of course it was. They should not have done that. And yet Dallas, once again, wins a game, in this case, not only in a rivalry game, but against a very hot team that by and large played very well. A couple of missed field goals, one bad onside kick call, fine. But Dallas outplayed them. They beat them. This team is for real, and it is scary because one of the worst things that can happen in sports is that the Dallas Cowboys challenge for a Super Bowl, and all we can do at this moment is hope that it doesn't happen, Stephen A. Smith.
Well, I have to concede that I expect them to challenge for a Super Bowl. Right now, I'm at a point where I think that the only two teams in a position to beat the Dallas Cowboys are the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. I look at the Dallas Cowboys right now. They're just on a roll. Everything is going right. It doesn't seem to be the accident way to happen. But I also would like to point out this, and I think it's time to call these people out. Dak Prescott was a fourth-round pick, the number 135th pick overall. I think it's time, Max Kellerman, to call out the teams that passed up on Dak Prescott and drafted a quarterback. 7 quarterbacks were drafted ahead of him.
Okay, who did you just mention?
Debate Carson Wentz. Hold on, let me
You
finish.
just mentioned the teams. You just mentioned the teams
we're
that
not
you
gonna,
think.
I understand, but I'm just thinking Carson Wentz. We're not going to get on Philadelphia. Jared Goff, I think the Rams drafted him just because he was out there in Cali and they were moving to Los Angeles and they tried to be homers, okay? Something to talk about with Jeff Fisher and those boys. The Denver Broncos in the first round, Paxton Lynch 26th overall, and the Jets, Christian Hackenberg, all right, at the number 51 overall, round number 2. The New England Patriots, Jacoby Brissett, he was picked before Dak Prescott, okay? Then you can't blame him because, again, Tom Brady ain't going nowhere. So, I mean, that's probably why you wouldn't have grabbed a Dak Prescott. But then you're the Cleveland Browns, Cody Kessler. You're
right,
the
but
Oakland
Stephen
Raiders,
A., think about the
Connor
teams. Hold on. We get it. Think about the teams that you said are the only other two teams you see as Super Bowl challengers or who might be able to stop the Cowboys. You said the Patriots and you said the Seahawks.
That's why I'm not.
And
that's
Tom
why
Brady.
That's why I'm letting them off the hook.
Well, no, I'm saying Tom Brady was drafted in the 7th round and Russell Wilson in the 3rd. So all three teams you think this year that are the legitimate challengers for the Super Bowl were picked way behind a ton of other quarterbacks. This is the way it works sometimes.
I don't know if you're Denver or you're the Cleveland Browns with Lynch or Cody Kessler that you should have made that move, though, but that's just me. But I hear you.
Stephen A., on the bright side, I've tasted your sister Carmen's cooking, so at least I know you ate well yesterday. So you have that going for you this morning. We move on.
Whatever, Molly, whatever.
We move on to the matchup within the matchup. One of the storylines that dominated the game was Dez Bryant versus Josh Norman. And the trash talk, folks, it was at an all-time high. Dez, tell us about it.
Washington need to get their money back. The guy can't even go one-on-one. He bails and he holds. Never seen it before. Never just seen that out of a player.
I played him 3-4 times now, and in those times, I don't even think he broke 30 yards or had any significance on any kind of game.
You feel like he saw the real Dez Bryant this time around?
Man, he got lucky, put it that way.
Last year.
He got lucky then. He got lucky this year, too. We could have roasted his ass.
This guy bumped into me like, what's up? Where I'm from, we unload the clip, so pretty much whatever you want to do. Not that guy that you see a challenge from and face it back down. That's not me.
I honestly feel like the guy's extremely soft. I think he's just a bunch of talk. You know, if he was out and about, I wouldn't dare in my life let him talk to me like that.
Max, yesterday was a holiday. Lots of eyeballs on this game. Did they go too far?